When I go to Wegmans, I also enjoy drinking from the water fountain. After all, it's nice to drink water, and it's the best calorie-free drink in the world. Except maybe Propel flavored water, because it also has electrolytes, and it's a subsidy of the Gatorade company. And again, it's flavored, fruit flavored, and still calorie free, despite also having those electrolytes and vitamins. And you know, when I go to Wegmans, I also have the opportunity to pick up litter and take care of it, thus leading to a cleaner grease. So that's a benefit. Part of it is about doing a service to your community. There are times where I went through quite a bit of trouble to get a bottle, such as the time I went down to that lake during winter time to get a bottle. I didn't go on the ice, I just went very close to the ice to get a bottle. And you know, going to Wegmans has sometimes resulted in some fun activities for me, such as when I learned about that Halloween party at Wegmans, and I subsequently dressed up as Yo Gabba Gabba. You know, DJ Lance from Yo Gabba Gabba. That's what I meant. And you know, I think walking to Wegmans is what led to me walking by myself. Yeah, walking to Wegmans led to me walking by myself 3 miles just so I could go out to eat by myself. So walking to Wegmans every day has also resulted in me becoming more independent, because my mom started trusting me more to be on my own. And that's an important thing to occur, because I gotta learn to be independent, because I'm 17 years old. I'm practically my own man now. So I gotta learn to be independent, or I'm not gonna be successful in life. I've completed the first part of my college applications, but now it's time for the interviews. And you know, I only hope that I do the interviews right. I'm gonna do my best on the interviews, and the toughest part about walking to Wegmans is the decision of whether or not to be defensive when there's a car. You know, to let the car go. I usually decide to let the car go these days, unless the car decides to let me go. In that case, I have to go as fast as I can to waste as little of the motorist's time. This usually happens on short crosswalks without a light. And when there's no light, there's no such thing as jaywalking. There is no light on this crosswalk right here. I could run it with that car right there, and it wouldn't be jaywalking. In order for jaywalking to have occurred, I would have to run across that street. And you know, jaywalking isn't very nice because you waste the time. You will potentially waste the time of all those motorists. And really, you don't want to make anyone late for something because it's not a good thing to do. Making someone late for work could cause them to be fired. Making them late for a dinner party could cause them to miss out on something important, such as, socializing with other people. We are a social species, after all. And when injustice occurs to one person, we should treat it as if injustice has occurred to us all. Because we're all people, And we recently went over empathy in English 12 class. That whole J.K. Rowling video, the Frenchic benefits of failure, I believe the video was. Walking to Wegmans every day, just about during the summer and the fall, allowed me to see the construction of that police station over there. And there was a pit near that construction site. And I got to see the water level of that pit. And there usually wasn't much water in that pit, from what I remember. But there was always at least some water. It was rare for it to even be halfway filled with water. Though I do remember there being a time when it was completely full. But that was only one day. I saw police cars, border patrol cars all the way out here. Which goes to show it's not just Mexicans who are crossing the border illegally. After all, why would there be a border patrol car all the way up here in New York, so close to Canada, if it were just Mexicans crossing the border illegally? And Mexicans are not as bad as you think. There's not really that many people who actually believe what Donald Trump said about Mexicans. Can you imagine a whole country of rapists? That would be horrible. And I usually try to run that light, to try to make it to that light. I guess I could demonstrate it. It's like this, except here I look at the ground carefully. Here I can see the ground of the sidewalk easily because of the lights. And I think more often than not I make it because in order for that light to be switched to a flashing red hand, a car would have to pass slowly through it, real slowly, or even stop. Again, I walk to Wegmans for my future, my health, my family, and my community. I went over these in detail. By walking to Wegmans, I get in good exercise, which allows me to lose weight, which will ultimately allow me to live a longer and healthier life. It's a good service to the environment of my community because I aid in our community's recycling efforts, and I pick up litter. Not every single time, and I should try to do it every single time, but I have picked up litter when I went out walking to Wegmans to return bottles and get a checkup at the Heege station, and sometimes to get groceries for my family. Mom went to Wegmans today to get groceries, but she forgot something, and I have gotten it. Tom's unscented deodorant. And I made sure that I found the unscented deodorant by asking a man. I didn't know his name, but he was friendly and kind to me. The era of the whole stranger danger depicted strangers as dangerous people, and while there are dangerous people out there, the dangerous people are far and few. Like I said, this is not a world of darkness. This is a world of compassion and kindness, where good deeds are usually rewarded and bad deeds are usually punished. And this is more true now than ever before. The law is in place because it protects us all. That is the purpose of the law. It is supposed to treat us equally and fairly, so that we don't have to resort to chaotic violence to protect ourselves, so that we don't revert back to a Wild West stage of society. Back then, a lot of people were killed by gun violence, and you could say that's still the same case today with all the mass shootings. But you know, it's not over petty matters anymore. This is a world where love trumps hate. As long as you are kind to others and you treat others with respect, you will succeed. If you work hard and are determined, you will succeed. If I have to tell you the honest truth, I made these videos in the hopes of me getting extra credit in my AP Psych class, because I'm afraid that I didn't get a 100 on that memory quiz, just in case. And while that may sound cheeky, I guess, like a bad thing to do for that reason, I have honestly expressed the reasons why I go to Wegmans every day. To try to show the rewards that keep me going to Wegmans. My reinforcers for going to Wegmans. And why I went to Wegmans, even though I have compositions and homework to do. I'm taking care of myself, taking care of my family, my environment, and my community. And right now, I am demonstrating hard work and determination by trying to protect my school grades and keep them up. I have made videos solely for extra credit before, but that's because I care about my school grades. And I care about others and myself. I just hope that we get through these times with peace and love. Thank you. And before I go, I just want to let you know, do a good turn daily, even though I'm not in the Boy Scouts.